I'm almost there. You know me, I'll be fine. Sounds good. I'll be back as soon as I find her.
When I first heard that a remake was happening with a sequel to one of my favorite games, I wasn't very excited, but I should have been. I figured Capcom would do a serviceable job, but I had no idea that they were creating something so special. Resident Evil 2 isn't just a remaster or a remake with slightly improved graphics. It's an incredible game remade from the ground up that will grab your attention immediately and excite you and stress you out at the same time. The game takes place in Raccoon City, where the viral outbreak occurred from the original game. When you start the game, you are given the choice of using either Claire or Leon. After a short tutorial area, you find out that not all is well with Raccoon City. You meet up with either Claire or Leon and you both race off to find help at the nearby police department. Claire is trying to find her brother Chris Redfield, and Leon is a rookie cop being stationed at the police department. After trying to reach the police department, the couple is separated and must try to find the way on their own. And once you find your way, the nightmare begins. Usually when you think of a remake, you think up-resed graphics, a few tweaks to controls, and things to help modernize the experience. Resident Evil 2 completely reimagines everything from the original game, and makes the game not only a modern retelling of the classic story, but improves on it in every way. Graphically, Resident Evil 2 is impressive. Every gross and insidious detail can be seen from not only the game's many environments, but enemies as well. The zombies are incredibly viscid and disgusting, and when you shoot at them they look like they are falling apart. After you've gunned one down, probably more than once, by the time you're done with them, they'll be riddled with holes and look like a complete mess. It never gets old fighting zombies because they look nasty, they look terrible, they look really impressive. The classic enemy, the Licker, also makes a return. This enemy looks even more terrifying, especially when it's drawn to your presence. As it reacts to sound, there are plenty of tense moments where you have to move at a very slow pace, as it can kill you with just a couple of hits. One of my favorite moments in the game was being surrounded by two Lickers. One heard me and started looking for me. I had backed all the way up to the wall in a corner with very little ammo and nowhere to go while the thing slowly walked right at me. After getting right up in my face, I decided finally that there was no threat. I slowly turned around, went back the way I came, and promptly had to change my underwear. The sound design is equally as impressive as the graphics. More than once, I panicked from hearing a nearby zombie, just a normal zombie. But hearing them get up and moan with 7.1 surround sound is an absolute delight. The same goes for guns you fire in the game. The shotgun gives off a great sounding boom, as well as the grenade launcher, the secondary weapons, flashbangs, frag grenades. They sound really good. The dialogue is also great. It's not completely perfect, but the voice actors do an incredible job, and really ham up the delivery as well. One of the great parts of dialogue are the retorts your characters say when you miss a headshot, or when you nail a headshot and the zombie doesn't seem to mind and decides to head your direction with nary a care that its head has fresh new bullet holes inside. Both Leon and Claire's voice actors are top-notch, as well as the supporting characters in each playthrough. After you have played through the campaign as Leon or Claire, you are immediately invited to play again as the other character. So once you have finished the main story with Leon, you can play as Claire, or vice versa. Most of the game environments are still the same, but enemies, items, weapons, and puzzles are all different. I was happy that I couldn't just use the same passwords and clues to solve the puzzles again. Instead, I was forced to work just a little bit harder to unlock everything. This never got annoying. I was happy that I still had to figure things out a second time. After going through the second story, you are treated to the true ending of the game. Resident Evil 2 is absolutely one of the best, if not the best, retelling of a classic video game that has ever been done. It takes the old game and gives it a modern coat of paint. that will allow it to once again scare gamers as it did 20 years ago. It is a near-perfect remake of one of my favorite games of all time, and I highly recommend it.
Thanks for crushing that like button. See you next time.